So I started looking to my credit. I had a 432 credit score. Couldn't get a stick of gum. It was a surreal moment. Like, just looking at her hustling. I remember like creeping in the hallway and hearing her cry. Didn't know how we were going to eat tomorrow. If you want what's in somebody's bank account, go learn what's in their head. That was my saving grace. I started paying for mentorship. Oh, I'm in that locked in season. I did switch up. Because a fool will only learn something better and stay the same. You can't want broccoli results but have Krispy Kreme discipline. It doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? But for that 9-to-5 person who's killing it, my best thing was when I was able to tell my mom, yeah, you're good on working. I want you to go inside work and say, yeah, I quit.
Another episode on the Building Billions podcast, man. Y'all go rewind this. Go share this with somebody y'all want to see win. I remember the lonely nights, mind racing, mental stressing. Bill after bill, I'm just praying for a blessing. Heavy heart, mind racing, game plan, no direction. Maya Angelou, still I rise, fuck depression. I'm from Jackson, Mississippi, never thought I'd make it out. Now I'm building up a legacy, no ceilings in the house. Money to the ceiling with a feeling, with a route. Went from barely getting by to generational clout. Hey, welcome back to another episode of the Building Billions podcast. Y'all know I'm well connected and well respected, man. I got super friends from all across the globe, man. Tonight, y'all in for a treat, man. I had to make a phone call, man. I had to call my guy up, DeAndre Ruffin, all the way from Chi-Town, man. My guy, how you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good, bro. I'm feeling good.
Good to see you, man. Good to have you in Dallas. Have you been here before?
No, it's my first time, actually.
How you like it so far?
Man, I love it. I love it. From the moment I touched down, Black Car Service, bro, it's been amazing.
Hey, man, that's how we do it in the D, man. You in the right spot. You with the right people, man. Hey, so for the people that don't know you, man, if you could just introduce yourself to my audience, let them know who you are. Go ahead and let them know where they can find you, because the amount of game we about to drop tonight, they gonna want to have to rewind this back, and they might as well just go ahead and follow you now.
For sure. So my name is DeAndre, AKA Dre the Dimer. They call me Dre the Dimer because I really do want my whole team to score. I heard one of my mentors tell me, if you want to go by yourself, if you want to go quick, go by yourself. But if you want to go far, go with a team. So I'm going to create my own team. I'm going to create my own team. But guess what? I want all my team members to have money. So they call me Dre the Dimer. On top of that, I'm the owner of Ruffin Consulting Enterprise and the Smart Hustlers Club. That's where we actually help people fix their credit, but not just go on one method. We're going to go over that. But then we also help you go leverage your credit to go get funding, and not just that 0% interest credit that everybody be talking about. Multiple ways to get funding. All right. So after that, I'm also a software owner. I own a software called the Score Machine, where it's actually taking all the guesswork out. If you don't know how to read your report, don't worry about it. You don't need to. If you don't have a funny sequence, don't worry about it. You don't need to.
Hey, Dre, man, we got a lot to unpack, man. So let's get started. So where you from, man, originally?
Originally from Chicago, Illinois.
Chicago, bro. Yeah. How was it growing up in Chi-Town, man? I know that's a rough place. I'm from Jackson, Mississippi. It's kind of a rough place too, man. So I know just from hearing about Chicago, man, did you experience that growing up?
Man, so I saw one of my friends actually get killed. First time I saw somebody get killed was 16 years old. Saw somebody get killed, and I was like, you know what? They out there playing the streets, you know. I wanted to be a hustler just like them. I'm seeing them outside selling, you know what? So I want, you know what? I'm gonna be just like that. They got the girls, the jewelry, all that. But 4 or 5 months down the road, they locked up in jail. You know what I'm saying? So then I grew up, my single mother. So she had 2-3 jobs. She kept saying, you know what? I just really want to spend all my time with you guys. I'm tired of missing this, that. But she's always working. You know what I'm saying? She hustling, but she's always working. So that really wasn't so smart. So that's why I created the Smart Hustlers Club, because now what's a smart hustler to me? When you use OPM, other people's money, to go grow your business and scale your business, that's a smart hustle to me. Man,
so as a kid, how was it growing up, seeing your mom hustle like that? Like, what did that kind of instill into you?
Just the grit, I can't give up. Because again, if I have somebody out here who trying to raise 2 boys, I'm a twin. So trying to raise 2 boys on her own, it was rough. Trying to keep the lights on. I remember a lot of times we opened up the oven, you know what I'm saying, just to stay warm. I remember, heating up some water in a microwave to take a shower with. You know what I'm saying? Going from that, we used to like welfare stack. You know what I'm saying? Getting every single government assistance that you could think of, we were stacking that. You know what I'm saying? So going from that, just seeing her hustle and get it. Going from that, I can't get up and not get up and get it.
Right. So I know you do credit. I know you do funding. I know you have your consulting company. I know you help a lot of people, man. Where did this come from?
Man, so I was a traveling chef. All right. So I was a traveling chef. I went over, I did Jackson Hole, Wyoming. This is actually me snowboarding to work. You know what I'm saying? I used to snowboard to work every freaking day.
Hey, that's lit.
So my one common denominator is I'm a talkative person.
Okay.
So I used to meet a lot of people who are wealthy.
Yeah.
So I used to ask them like, hey, how'd you get your money?
Right.
So the common denominator was somebody had a lump sum of money and started investing, or they had their credits together and they started investing.
Yes.
I don't play a lotto. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I'm not finna get just a lump sum of money. So I started saying, you know what? Let me look into my credit. So I started looking into my credit. I had a 432 credit score. Couldn't get a stick of gum. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't get a stick of gum.
Right.
So I said, you know what? I gotta figure out how to go do this. So just like everybody, going on YouTube, going on Instagram, TikTok, all this stuff, trying to figure out different methods. And I was just going in a circle. So what kind of broke that was I started paying for mentorship.
Okay.
I started seeing who's doing what I want to do. One of my mentors told me, find somebody, if you want what's in their pockets, go get what's in their brain.
Oh, damn.
I'm gonna say that one more time because I probably went over somebody's head like luggage.
Yeah.
If you want what's in somebody's bank account, go learn what's in their head.
Right.
So that was my saving grace. I started paying for mentorship.
So where did the shift come from being a chef to really tapping into this credit and funding space?
So on my father's side, my grandmother passed away. So nobody had any money, you know, to layer the rest. Mm-hmm. So I was asking everybody, like, well, what's your credit look like this, that, and the third? And nobody could do anything with their credit. Everybody was strapped for money. So that's why I was like, you know what? Enough is enough. Enough is enough. I've seen people living their life. They're telling me how they're doing it by leveraging their credit. So enough is enough.
Enough was enough. What's some of the characteristic traits that you had to kind of leave behind that you kind of grew up with to get into the position that you're in now?
Man, so you got to get away from those people who have that stinking thinking. Yeah. So a lot of times it's our environment that's keeping us back. Everybody keeps saying, hey man, I want better. I want to do better, this, and the third. You aspire to be better, but your environment is keeping you down. Mm-hmm. One of my mentors told me the story about a frog. You know what I'm saying? A frog, their pH balance is not like ours. Mm-hmm. So we sweat to keep our pH balance, are regulated.
Yeah.
So for a frog, if you put a frog over some boiling water, it's going to instantly freak out. Right. But here's the crazy thing is, if you put that frog in some cold water and you turn that water up little by little, the frog's going to change with its environment, not knowing that its environment is killing it. So again, what's going on with us? If you bring that back to us, a lot of people don't know that you staying in that one place is slowly killing you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I tell everybody, we're all elephants. I mean, not we're all elephants, we're all giraffes. Mm-hmm. Long neck, we can see over the trees. Mm-hmm. But what comes the issue is when you put your head below the trees and you start asking the turtle for advice, guess what? That turtle doesn't have your vision.
Nah.
Also, when you put your head underneath those trees, you can also die. Mm-hmm. So again, a lot of people are asking the wrong people for advice and they're getting the wrong advice.
And you hit the nail on the head with changing your environment, man. What was that feeling of separation for you when you kind of changed your environment and left some people behind? How did that feel? And for people that's going through that, bro, what's some advice for them?
It hurts. I'm going to tell you right now, it hurts because people are going to talk about you. Okay. I'm not going to lie to you. People are going to talk about you. People are going to tell you switched up. Huh. Yeah, I did switch up. Yeah. Because a fool will only learn something better and stay the same.
Yeah.
The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over, expecting a different outcome. Right. So yes, you have to change, but you have to be okay with people saying you changed.
Yes.
But again, why haven't they changed? Right. Tell them the same information. Guess how many people are going to follow you? Not many.
Nah, I like that, bro. And it kind of made me go back to a post I made the other day, man. I switched up on my day ones. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I let the money change me. Yeah,
I sure did. Hey, I like that.
I sure did.
I sure did because I'll be a fool to be walking around with everything I'm walking around with still in the hood. Yeah, I can't have the same conversations that I used to have. Mm-hmm. It just doesn't make sense anymore. Yeah. Just like that frog. When you put that frog over that hot water, he's going to jump. Now, when I go back to those environments, I jump. Because guess what? I know that's not the environment for me anymore.
And so the conversation kind of changed. So talk to me about the different type of conversations that you're having now. Now that you've left your environment, now that you're in a more thriving environment, what's the conversations that you have today?
Man, so back in Chicago, people were saying, man, you make 6 figures a year? Oh, you rich. Oh, you rich. Yeah. Now I'm in rooms where people are saying, yeah, I made 6 figures this month. I dropped the ball. You dropped the ball? Yeah. What are you talking about? I made 6 figures this day, but I could have did better. You could have did better. Like, what do you mean? Like, you made 6 figures in a day. So again, now my conversation is changing to say, yeah, I'm trying to hit that. I already did that 100,000 in a month. Now I'm trying to do that 100,000 in a day. Then I want to do that $1 million in a year. Then I want to do $1 million in a month.
Yes.
Then I want to do $1 million in a day. Why? Because I've seen people doing it. I'm in rooms where people are doing it on a daily.
Let's talk about those rooms. So you're in rooms that people making, let's just start at the bottom, 6 figures a month. What does it take for somebody to make 6 figures in a month? What's the recipe for that?
So you need to have systems. If you don't have scalable systems, there's no way you're going to do it. I tell a lot of people, when you go to the doctor's office, that first person who checks you and gives you the clipboard or whatever, it says, sit down, sir, go fill it out.
Yes.
You wait 45 minutes later, you bring that clipboard out, they bring you to a room where you go, somebody reads your vitals, checks your weight. That's somebody else.
Right.
They leave. Somebody else comes in, that's a doctor, right? That's a doctor, tells you what everything's going on. Some people are every single person in their business. They're wearing too many hats. There's no way you can grow and scale by doing every single thing in your business.
Yes.
So one thing I want to tell people is learn systems and scalable systems and structure so you can actually grow it. Because if you have to be working in your business, then you have another job.
I like that. So that's one piece to the puzzle, the system. So now after you have the systems, what's the next thing you need to have?
So you need to have good credit. I'm not going to lie to you. You need to have good credit. You need to have some access to some capital. Because again, no business can grow without having access to capital. A lot, like 70% of all businesses fail within their first year because they don't have access to capital. So biggest thing is you don't have to have the perfect credit score or credit report. You just got to know different funding methods.
All right, cool. All right, we still cooking up that 6 figure month. So we got the systems, we got access to capital. What do we do next, D?
So now we're going to go ahead and find some mentorship because, again, a lot of people, you hit that ceiling. You can only make 6 figures. I was making 6 figures, 5 figures, 5 figures, 5 figures. But what broke that ceiling was when I paid somebody who's making 7 figures to teach me how to go make 6 figures.
Okay.
So once you're hitting 6 figures consistently, go ahead and take a portion of that. Go drop into ads first off. But before you even drop into ads, more people can see you, go get a mentor who is doing what you want to do so you can learn what he's doing to get to that next level.
I like that. I like that. And man, I had a lot of guests on here, man. And mentorship is one of the key words that almost every guest says, man. So how has mentorship kind of shaped who you are?
So mentorship has shaped me drastically because, again, getting a mentor is like getting a GPS. You can't go where you've never been. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So again, how do you know not to go left? If you've never been left, you're going to always enticing. When you make a little money, I'm not going to lie to you, fell victim of going doing some nigga shit. You know what I'm saying? Like going back and buying some jewelry, go buying $1,500 shoes and things like that.
Yeah.
But when you join a mentorship, you're not only getting just the person who's teaching you, you're getting the community around them. A lot of people overlook that. Yes, you might be able to talk to the person. And sometimes I join a mentorship, I talk to the person, I paid them $35,000, talk to them twice. But the biggest thing I got from that was the connects from that.
Yes, a thriving environment.
Yes, 100%.
I like that. I like that. So I like what you said. You made the money and you blew the bag. What's the mentality when it comes from going from 5 figure months to 6 figure months and not losing your mind with the money?
So again, that goes back to being in the right communities with the right mentorship where they're going to tell you, yes, this money is going to come in, especially when you're doing the right things and you put the right systems in place.
Right.
The money can come fast, but the best thing is to reinvest it back into the business.
Yeah.
Because you can lose yourself by going on trips, buying this and that and this and that. But again, you stay grounded when you I make 80,000. I'm going to go put 60,000 back into the business and pocket the 20.
Yes.
That's how you're going to do it.
Would you say that you kind of fell victim to that?
Oh, I did. 100% did.
What's some of the mistakes you made?
Man, buying BMW. That one was, when I didn't even need it. I don't drive. I don't go nowhere. I work from home. But you know what I'm saying? I barely go anywhere. But I went and bought BMW for what?
Okay.
Just to have it.
Right.
Spent $40,000 on a watch. For what? For what? It just So a lot of people would say it is an investment. I tell people all the time, I didn't buy the watch for me to tell the time. I bought the watch so you can know what time it is when you talk to me.
Facts. All right, cool. So let's talk about the service that you offer, because clearly we got the systems, we got the capital, we got the mentor. Now we got the product, which is you.
100%.
What's the type of services that you provide to your clients?
So we got a white glove service. So if you need credit repair, we don't do the credit repair. Again, I'm all for teaching people. If you give a person a fish, guess what? He's going to come back and say, hey, I'm hungry still. But if I teach you how to fish, guess what? Now you're self-sufficient. So we don't do credit repair for people. We teach people how to go get their credit done. And we teach you guys multiple methods on how to get it done. After that, we actually teach you guys how to go get funding. A lot of people are teaching you guys credit card stacking methods only. Again, a lot of people are saying we do funding, but they just have a bunch of bank relationship managers. That's it. They don't know how to fill out applications. They don't know how to do any of that other stuff. So again, I teach you guys not just credit repair and funding just for 0% interest credit cards, but multiple funding aspects.
And let's take a pause and sit on the credit repair aspect of the business. What's some of the common things that you see a lot of, not just your students, but a lot of people that come to you that need credit repair? Like, what do they go wrong in their journey?
So a lot of people, here goes some game right here, guys. Write this one down. So a lot of times you guys are disputing without a method or without a strategy. So a lot of times you guys are running to the CFPB because you heard that on TikTok or Instagram, right, not knowing that they just passed a law saying that if you go straight to the CFPB without disputing with the credit bureaus first, it's null and void. Why? Because a lot of you guys are saying, well, I disputed with the credit bureaus. They said nothing. They did nothing. But then when the CFPB actually looks and you didn't dispute with them before, now they're like, well, what are you doing?
What's a way to get around that? Can you upload a backdated letter into the CFPB?
Okay, then. So what we're going to do is, now I tell you guys straight up, what you need to do is send a letter off to the bureaus first, though.
Okay.
Why? Because when you send a letter off to the bureaus first, now when they did not respond or they didn't do a true investigation,
right,
now you can attach that file to your CFPB report. Now you say, now guess what? I have proof that I did go through the right channels. I did ask them to fix this. I pointed out that this is wrong, and they're playing with me. Yes. They're not fixing it. So now I have the ammo to say, yes, big brother, which is the CFPB, yes, get them in order.
Yes. And do you take it any other steps further than the CFPB?
100%. So a lot of times there's multiple methods, more than one way to skin a cat.
Right.
So what we're going to do is we're going to send off a couple rounds to the credit bureau so we can build up our case.
Yeah.
Then we're going to go to the CFPB.
Right.
If we don't get the desired results, then we're going to go to the Attorney General.
Okay.
A lot of people overlook that.
Yeah.
Attorney General. Because again, there's a next step for every single thing.
Right.
Okay. After that, we can go use the BBB, Better Business Bureau. Because again, it's like the name, Better Business Bureau, making sure every business is doing the best to their ability to make sure that they're handling their clients. So then we escalate to the BBB, and after that, if we still need to go further, if it's a bankruptcy, we'll go get a bankruptcy attorney, or we'll go get a consumer law attorney.
So when a customer comes to you and say, hey, Dre, how long is this process going to take? I know you get that infamous question. Like, before they pay, they're going to ask that question, right?
Every time.
Every time. What's your answer to that?
So everybody's credit report is different, okay? Nobody's credit report is the same. So if somebody's telling you, first off, if somebody tells you you're doing a consultation and they tell you it's going to take 6 months, before they look at your credit report, run. All right? Then if they tell you it's going to take 6 months for sure, they don't own the credit bureau. They don't own them. So they can't tell you for sure it's going to take 2, 3, 4 months.
Right.
So that right there, so nobody can give you a time frame on how long credit repair takes.
Please stop asking us that.
Please. Oh my God, please stop.
There's no answer to that.
There really isn't. You messed up your credit for 10 years and then you're going to want it to get done in 30 days. It ain't going to happen.
Right. Nah, I'm glad you said that, man, because that is a common question that everybody asks before they pay. And I say, hey, I wish I can give you that answer, but my job is to aggressively dispute and give you results.
100%.
And that's all I can say.
That's all I can say.
And if I don't get anything done in 90 days, here's your money back.
I have that in my contract. So if I don't get you done, if I don't have any deletions within 90 days, I'll give you your money back and I'll work with you an extra 2 months.
Ooh.
Because again, that's how well we do our job.
I like that.
That's how well we do our job. So again, we give you that guarantee of 90 days. If you don't see not one deletion, we give you your money back and we extend you for another 2 months and make sure you get some working.
But let's go ahead and give them the sauce on how that would never happen, right?
That would never happen. I'm trying to tell you, that would never happen, okay?
Because we can get it gone in 24 hours, right?
100%. So I tell people, if you're starting, here's some free game, y'all, for real. If you're running a credit repair company, first thing you do, go tackle their personal information and inquiries. Why? That's a phone call. All right. The personal information is a phone call, my guy. I'm trying to tell you. So that sometimes you're gonna get like a 2.5, between 2 to like 10 points off the information, off the personal information.
Yeah.
Then once you knock off those inquiries, that's another phone call.
Yeah.
All right. Now we're talking about another 15, 20 points in the first week. That's why I'm telling you guys, you're gonna get your first deletions within your first 90 days. If you don't, I got you on a full refund, and we'll work with you for another 2 months.
Yeah. I've been doing credit repair for about 6 years, and I had that same policy, but I'm picking up the phone.
Yep. Never.
Yeah. It's just a safety cushion for that person so they can feel good. And it is a fact, you know, hey, if I can't get it off in 90 days, something not right with my process.
Something not right.
Or something not right with your profile. But one way or not, here's your money back.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's see. Give me a happy moment for you when you fix somebody's credit, man. How does that make you feel, bro?
So I fixed, back when I kind of first started, I fixed somebody's credit report, and they said that they've been scammed 4 times. They down like $12,000 from paying people disappearing. And this lady actually, a family of, she had 3 kids actually, and she just didn't see a way out. She just said I keep getting denied for every single thing. I can't get a job because she actually got fired because she got a promotion, but then they had to do a clearance check. This is another crazy thing when people are getting fired because of their credit.
Jeez.
Then we look at her credit report and we find things that's not supposed to be on there.
Right.
So that means you just wrongfully got terminated from your job.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That can trickle down to you losing your car, losing your house, so many things because again, you just didn't know how to read your credit report.
Yes. And what's one of the things that you probably heard growing up about credit, and that you can say is a lie to today?
For sure. All debt is bad debt. All debt is bad debt. We're in a nice studio. Very, very nice. I guarantee you the person who bought this building did not pay with cash.
Right.
They used their debt. They went into debt. So there's good debt and bad debt. I was always taught, have you ever heard, don't use your credit card or your credit unless it's for emergency or gas?
I did hear that.
But guess what? I hope nobody has an emergency. I hope you never have an emergency.
Right.
But if that's the case, that means you're never going to use your credit. Then when you become an adult, how you gonna get a car?
Yeah.
How you gonna get a house? Some of us, we can't even get the woman of our dreams because guess what? That woman of our dreams is gonna want her dream wedding. Mm-hmm. How you gonna do that?
Yes.
She gonna want that dream car, that dream house. How you gonna do that?
Right. So you say you provide a white glove service. Is this inside of a community? Is this a mentorship program? Like, how do people get this white glove service from your consulting group?
Gotcha. So what you're going to do is you're going to hit me up on Instagram, _Dre the Dimer, _DRETHEDIMER. Hit the link in my bio. Go ahead and schedule a consultation with us so we can actually see where you fit. Because a lot of people don't even know, I want some funding. I'm ready for that white glove service. Mm-hmm. We look at their credit. You got one credit card with $2,000 on it, comparable credit. Yep. You got 76% usage, can't go get funding. So again, a lot of people don't know what their credit report is, and they don't know what a fundable report looks like. So the first step is go ahead and click the link in my bio, schedule a consultation so we can see where you're at.
Cool. Now let's hop into the funding aspect. How has funding changed you as a person?
So as a person, monetarily, or getting people as other funding for other people? Mentally. So mentally, it just changed the whole. Money comes slow. It changed that whole factor because now when I spend 5 minutes getting somebody, filling out an application for somebody, getting them funding, I get them $50,000. I make 10%. That's $5,000 in 15 minutes. So 10 minutes. So that kind of changed that whole narrative of money comes slow. No. And then that whole narrative of we have to get up and chase money. Chase. I know we all have heard you got to get up and chase that bag. But when you actually think about it, if you chasing something, what's that thing doing? Running away from you.
Running from you, yeah.
It's running from you. So let's not chase the bag. Let's attract the bag.
Yes.
All right. Let's figure out how we can position ourselves to make more money in less time.
Talk to me about that position. How do we position ourselves to make more money in less time?
Back to going and getting mentored. Okay. So if you can't do what you don't know, there's no way in hell I would have been able to say with the fact, yes, you got to position yourself to make more money in a short period of time if I wasn't currently doing it and if I didn't get a mentor to teach me how to go do that.
What does a position credit report look like? to get funding, to get
Gotcha.
access to capital.
Gotcha. So we need to have, typically we want to have a 680 and above. A lot of these banks are now getting more stringent on their qualifications. So we say 715, 720 and above, then you're gonna need to have no negative remarks. So no collections, no late payments. Yes. That late payment 2 years ago, yeah, that counts. So we have to get that bad boy removed.
Right.
So you need to have low usage. A lot of people don't understand that your credit usage is 30% of your credit report. So if you have high credit usage or high usage on your credit cards, you're not going to get funding.
Okay.
Because again, if you're over leveraged already, I'm not going to give you more money. You're going to be over leveraged on mine.
Right, right.
So after that, you need to have at least, this one thing that people overlook is you want to have at least 3 years of credit history. 3 years. Why? Because again, if you're brand new, I'm not going to give you 50,000. You might hit all the other requirements, but if you have 2 months, 6 months of credit history, I might give you 4,000, 2,000 instead of 50,000.
Right, right. Now, are there ways to fast track that process? Let's start off with the credit history. Is there a way to fast track your credit history?
100%. So there's places, I know everybody talks about rental karma and things like that, but that's actually where you can actually get a primary that actually reports your rent. So we can go to rental reporters. We can actually go to Boom Pay. Boom Pay, you can actually backdate it 5 years. We can go to Credit Sesame where they actually backdated 10 years.
Okay.
Those are primaries that I like putting on people's reports because again, I know we all heard of Kickoff, Ava, Credit Strong.
Right.
But let me ask you, have you ever been to a Kickoff bank?
Nah.
Have you ever been to a Covo bank? So we're building relationships with banks or institutions that aren't really banks that we're not going to go get funding with. So we need to go make sure we're building relationships that are actually primaries and that we can actually do business with after.
I like that. I like that. So what's another fast track way if I have over 30% utilization and I need to get that down before I go to get funding?
Got you. So we can go do something called getting trade lines. So trade lines are actually somebody else's credit card or something like that. And we can actually we can piggyback off of their good credit, off of them paying their bills on time and things like that. So let's say if you have everything else on point, your limits and stuff like that, what we can go do is if you have 6 months of credit history, we can go get you a older trade line, a 5, 10, 15, 20-year-old trade line. They're going to cost the more you go up, but it's cost again some more money. So we can go get you some trade lines, put those on your report. They typically stay on your credit report for 60 days. So you don't want to go get a trade line if you're not ready to go get that bag.
Right. And you mentioned comparable credit. For those who don't know, what is comparable credit and how do you stack your profile for that?
Got you. So comparable credit is if you don't have a high limit on your personal side, then no bank is going to give you high limits on your business side.
Right.
So if you only have a $2,000 card or $3,000 card, you might be able to slide with 3,000, but a lot of banks want to see 5,000 above.
Is there any type of way to fast track that?
Yeah. So what we can do is, again, we can go get some trade lines.
Okay.
Go put them trade lines on your report. Also, if you have a family member, that's the best way if you have a family member. Because again, if you go to these sites, Trade Line Supplies, Trade Line Genie, all that type of stuff, they stay on for typically 60 days and they come off.
Right.
But if you have a family member, again, make sure they're paying their bills on time. I've seen somebody who I got hooked up with my cousin. He has a $20,000 credit card, but my man is always maxed out.
Right.
Always maxed out. So what's that going to happen? That's going to now show on your report, and now you're going to be over leveraged, and now that's going to drop your score.
Okay. So say, for instance, if somebody has a beautiful profile, I'm talking about 8 years of age, 5 accounts, comparable credit, 0 increase, 10% utilization. Where you sending them to first?
Ooh, we going to Amex. We going to Amex, get that bad boy. So Amex, we can actually go get 4 credit cards, 1 inquiry. All right, I like going to banks where we can actually get multiple products with 1 pool. So Amex first, we can go get you up to, depending on if our report is built out like that, we can go get you up to like 100 to 150,000. 1 inquiry across all 4 credit cards. After that, we're gonna go take you to Chase.
Okay.
Why Chase? Again, Chase has that 5 and 24 rule, where if you go get 5 accounts and 5 accounts in the last 24 months, they're gonna deny you. Why? Because you're too thirsty.
Right.
They see that you need the money.
Right.
Crazy that banks only give people money if they just want it as reserve, not need it. That's crazy.
That is
you know what I'm saying?
crazy,
So yeah, if you're built out like that, you can go get that bag.
All right, so we're going to Amex first, then Chase strategically
Yep.
because we don't want to seem thirsty.
Right.
We don't want to hit too many other banks before we hit Chase.
100%.
After we hit Chase, give me two more that we're going
We
to.
can go to Bank of America now, especially if you want to go, if you're in the auto industry where you're trying to go get like a fleet of cars. Bank of America, you can actually do 4 auto loans with 1 pull. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to Bank of America, ask them, let's see if we can get like a $60,000 auto loan.
Okay.
So what you're going to do is the same day, you're going to go back and go get 3 more. You can also go back and you can actually get them merged. So you can get 2 of them merged together and go get you another car.
Give me one more.
So after that, we're going to go to, let's say, PNC. I love PNC and Key Bank.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I love those. First off, I love credit unions. Especially, I love credit unions. Dover, PCU, Key Point, love them. Why? Because credit unions, they're more lenient.
Yeah.
All right, they're more forgiving. If you don't have a full built out report, especially if you have a starter file, I love going to credit unions.
Because they're based off relationship.
100%. They're relationship based. Just like Navy Federal is relationship based. A lot of people who have Navy Federal, but they have trouble credit, they can still get that bag.
Get a bag.
Still get that bag.
Yeah.
Why? Because again, certain institutions are relationship based, and Navy Federal is definitely one of them.
Break down how somebody could leverage Navy Federal. I know you got lots of plays when it comes to Navy Federal. How can somebody leverage Navy Federal? If they have a credit union, Navy Federal, what's some tips that they can do to impact their credit score?
100%. So the Navy Federal has something called a pledge loan. So a pledge loan is where you actually going to put up your money. It's like a secure product. So you actually put up your money, and then let's say if we do a $5,000 pledge loan, you can actually do 3 of them. Each one you want to do more and more and more, because that's going to show that your business and your revenue is doing more and more and more. So we can do a pledge loan that's going to show up as a primary. What you're going to do is you're going to pay that off 91%.
Okay.
A lot of people say pay it off. As soon as you get it, pay it off 2 weeks later, this and third. But now that's going to show up as a closed account.
Right.
You know? So what you want to do is, like I said, you want to pay it off 91 and 92%. And then you have to call. A lot of people fumble the bag on this one. Call them and tell them you want to extend that period, and you want to see how much, what's the minimum balance you can pay. Because if you don't, they'll go ahead and have you pay that next month on auto pay, and now it's going to be closed.
That's the gem right there.
That's a gem.
I know a lot of people heard about pledge loan, but that key particular thing is how you really leverage it.
100%. 100%.
Yeah, thanks for sharing that. All right. We talked about credit. We talked about funding. And you talked about the recipe for a 6-figure month, but I think you were missing one specific ingredient: software.
Oof. About that. Let's get into that.
Because, all right, so I know you mentioned the first thing you need to do is, what did you say? I know the second thing was get capital. The first thing was what?
Go get your credit together.
All right, get your credit together, get capital, get a mentor, find a skill.
100%.
And then to me, I think the next one is creating that software or creating some type of revenue reoccurring.
100%.
Talk to me about your software. You mentioned that you're a software owner. I want to know more about that.
Got you. So again, one of the things you said is revenue. So monthly recurring revenue. Before I even get into the software, 2026, I want everybody to focus on monthly recurring revenue. Why? Because I start in the green every month. All these entrepreneurs out here saying, man, I gotta go hustle. Every month they start in the red. They got bills, expenses, they have a team they gotta take care of. But when you start focusing on how to build something like a software or a community that's MRR, you make monthly recurring revenue, now you start in the green. But let's get to the software though. So we built this software. So now once you have your credit report inside that software, it takes all the guesswork out.
What's the name of it?
The score machine.
Okay.
So the software is called the score machine. We built that mainly for us. Because again, I didn't know how to read my credit report at first. Right. I didn't know how to. So I said, you know what? Let me build a software that can help me read my report. One of my mentors once told me, if you can solve somebody's problem, you will never go out of business.
Right.
So I knew I had that issue of how to read a report. So I said, let me go create a software to help people read the report. Then I didn't know, once I know how to read my report, I said, well, damn, how do I start removing this stuff? How to remove a late payment?
Right.
How to remove a collection inquiries? So then I integrated that inside the software. So now it tells you what laws to use, how to use them, what methods to use. We're going to go to the CFPB now. We're going to go to the FTC first. We're going to do this, that. It tells you. Then I say, you know what? Now I know how to read my report. Now I know how to fix it. But man, after that, shoots, I need to go get that bag. So then we started putting banks in there. We started doing our homework. We started taking all the top funders and seeing what they're doing. Again, there's nothing wrong with being a copycat, as long as you're copying the right cat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we started seeing what all the other top funders are doing, and now we started putting all of their banks and their funding sequences inside of our software. So now there's no guessing.
I like what you said. It's nothing wrong with copying, right? Because it's a good book that I read. It's called Still Like an Artist. You haven't read that, man, that book would change your life. Still Like an Artist. It pretty much tells you that there's no such thing as originality. It's zero.
Say that one again.
0% originality. The first person that did it, you will never know.
100%.
So everything is being stolen. It's just about how you position yourself to get it to the people.
100%.
Yeah. So your software, it solves a lot of problems, man. It seems like it's a game changer in this 100%. Industry. How long has it been out?
So we're almost a year out now. We're still young. We're still young in the phase. But again, we've put so much inside the software because, again, everybody who's a part of the team, we're always putting in money to learn. So we're always going on conferences and things like that to learn how to make the best software for the people. We're also always taking polls. So again, this is a software, this is a community-based software. So again, if you're having issues with getting late payments removed, you tell us, we're going to go tweak it and we're going to put some more stuff in there. A lot of people say, well, man, I got this bank in here that nobody ever goes to. Tell us. It takes 15 minutes. We'll integrate that bank. So now guess what? You can still do your funding sequence through the software.
So you upload your credit report into this software. If you have negative items, it's going to give you the laws, give you the steps, the directions, the GPS
100%.
On what to do.
100%.
Is that what you're saying?
100%. It takes all the guesswork out because, again, credit repair wasn't taught to us in school.
Right.
And again, like I said before, you can't do what you don't know. You've never been somewhere, so how can you go there?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, once you just take your credit report, put the logins in, 7 to 15 seconds, it'll pull up your report and automatically tell you, yes, you have a fundable report. Let's go get some money.
Okay.
Or no, you need some credit repair. Time out, player. You need some credit repair. In the underwriting part, we made it so simple. We made it color coded. So if you know how to drive, red, green, yellow, you know how to read your credit report.
Yes. So if your report is fundable, what are the things inside the software that it shows you, and how can you apply that to real lifetime?
Got you. So what we got all different types of funding. You got SBA, you got credit card stacking, we got subprime lenders, we got FHA loans, we have so many. Again, we have over 9,000 products inside the software. Where again, if you just don't know what to go do, let the AI tell you. It's 2026. AI is taking over everything.
Yes, true. How do you think the software is going to kind of take a shift into the industry?
So it's just going to make everything, I'm not going to lie to you, all my funders and all my mentors who's teaching funding, because again, my biggest thing is I don't want somebody to be dependent on me.
Yeah.
You know, I'm trying to give somebody not the fish, but the knowledge to go fish for themselves. Right. So with this software, we're actually and again, we have 5 classes a week. So free. What? Why? Somebody said, man, you're doing 5 classes a week? That's a little too much. It's not enough. Because again, how many people are saying, man, I can't come to Monday class because I have a family. Right. But I can come to that Tuesday call. I can't come to that Tuesday call because I have recitals with my family. But I can come to that Thursday call. So again, I want to make sure that once you get locked in with the software, I want to make sure you get the help you need so you can go ahead and put your business on autopilot.
Bro, for that software to solve that many problems, it got to be about $20,000.
It should be. It should be. No, but right now, and for it still, just for, look, I wasn't going to do this, but for your podcast right now, since again, I'm trying to give you guys the best that I can. So for your podcast, if they tap in, it's going to be $197. So if they use your link, we're going to put the link down below. But yeah, if they use your link, it's going to be $197 a month. And again, we're going to teach you guys how one client can pay for that for credit repair. One client can pay for that if you do funding.
Ooh, $197 a month?
$197, that's it.
And it's going to do all of that?
All of it.
And you're doing classes on it?
5 times a week.
And it's a community base, so we can chat with our peers.
100%.
We can continue to grow and nurture each
100%.
other.
100%. So again, it's a community-based software. So if you have an issue with it, I'm big on customer support. Why is Chick-fil-A line out just spinning? Because they have great customer support.
Right.
They have good customer service. So again, we pride ourselves on, if there's an issue, we tackle it not later, we tackle it now.
Yes. And if somebody does find like new banks and stuff like that, how do they implement that into the software?
100%. So all you have to do is hit up our support line and tell them, hey, I have a bank that pull in Hawaii.
All right.
You know that no, it's a local bank in Hawaii. Can you guys put that in there? All you need to do is send us the link. So go to the website for the bank, send us the link, and then within 24 hours, that bank will be integrated inside the software.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope. So the software is not actually applying for the products, or is it?
No, it is not. So actually, what separates our software from other, because again, it's 2026, everybody's coming out with a software.
Yeah.
So what's different is we actually hired a consumer law attorney and we hired a compliance attorney. So now we found out that if the software actually applies for you, that's going against compliance.
Big time.
Because now you're doing fraudulent methods, you're defrauding the banking institution and things like that. So no, we don't do any applying for you, but we know that you're going to get approved because our criteria is on the conservative side. So a lot of banks, they say 700. A lot of people gonna come here and say 680. Our criteria says 625. Once you hit that 625 and meet every other criteria, because again, it's not just about the credit score, it's about the credit report. But once you meet all those other criteria, it's a no-brainer. You're going to get approved.
Man, what type of product can you get with a 625 credit score?
It's going to be hard with a 625 credit score. You got to be A1 on everything else, but it's going to be hard. So if you have a 625 credit score, that's when we start rolling over to other funding opportunities like merchant cash advances. And if we can do business revenue lending, where if you're making 10K plus a month, we can go get you funding off that.
And the software does that too?
Yep.
It has merchant
100%
revenue-based lending.
100%.
Dope. What about real estate? If I'm in real estate, can that software help me?
100%. So a lot of my clients, they have they're real estate agents and things like that. So a lot of times they have people who are coming in trying to get first home. They don't apply for the first homeowners loan or whatever. So why can't they get approved? Because of their credit. So what they do is they send it to us or they hire somebody. Because again, what we teach you guys inside these classes is to delegate. We don't want you to start another job because we understand if you do real estate, that's how you make your bread and butter, not credit repair. We understand that. But a lot of your clients can't get approved for this house because of credit. So we teach you how to first use the software. Then we also teach you how to delegate that to a VA where now your VA is doing the credit repair for you. Now your VA just sends you the person back. You go get them the house. Done deal.
Would it be smart to have all right, say for instance, I'm a real estate developer and I got a lot of clients. Would it be smart for me to solve their problem or just introduce them to the software?
So it depends on how you want to do it. If you want to consider yourself a one-stop shop, I would say you take it over because now you can, that's more money for you actually. But if you just want some hands off, I would, go send it to them and have them do it. But if you want to be that one-stop shop, I take care of my clients. If you're ready right now to get the house, or if you need a little bit of help, a little sprucing up, and then we go get that house, I would say, again, that's up to the real estate agent if they want to be that one-stop shop or not.
Is there some type of affiliate program? Like if I bring in 1,000 people, like
100%.
Because I'm tired of holding everybody's hand.
Yes, sir.
If you got the solution, I'm just gonna bring you to the solution, man.
100%.
I'm not gonna do all the work and be talking to you all day
100%.
and passing on conversations. Hey man, just come to the score machine.
100%.
Can I still make money when I do that?
100%. So there's two options. Again, we try to make sure you make money every single step with us. So if you go ahead and get the software, again, $197. If you use the link on this chat, on this podcast, it's gonna be $197. But once you do that, you get two options. So if you pay for it, you get an affiliate link where actually you get 20% commission. But if you say, you know what, I'm that real estate agent, I don't do credit repair, but I have a community of people who want to do credit repair. You can go ahead and you don't have to pay for the software. You can get an affiliate link. You send that to them. Now you get 10% commission.
So you don't even have to have the software.
You don't even have to have the software.
You ain't got to pay the $197 a month.
You don't have to pay the $197. So if you see the software, it's like, damn, I know somebody's gonna love that.
Right.
Go get the link from my man Mike, and now you can go get 10% commission without you have to pay for the software.
Ooh, golly.
Remember when I told you, my name is Dre the Dimer because I really do want my whole team to score.
Yes.
I don't want my team to be around broke people. I'm just being honest. I'm tired of being around broke people. Because again, broke people come with broke situations. And I can't say, look, let's go over to Dallas. You know what I'm saying? Just for shits and giggles. No, I got to go to work. Oh, shit. Okay. Let's go over to Miami. I got this little podcast over there. I got to go work. No.
Well, let's not shit on the 9-to-5 workers.
100%.
Right? Because 9 to 5 plays a part into the journey.
1,000,000%.
What would you say to 9 to 5 workers trying to escape that 9 to 5? What should they do, Dre?
Use your 9 to 5 as your first job. I mean, as your first business partner.
Okay.
Because now there's so many things. If you have a 9 to 5, there's so many things you can do with that check.
Yeah.
You can now take that check and deposit into your business account.
Right.
Now that's going to show cash flow. Now I can go get business funding because now it shows that my business is making money. So don't be so quick to, I might shit on people who have a 9 to 5, but
It's part of the process.
It's part of the process. I talk about people who say, I'm much bigger than the program. I'm not meant for a job, man. I'm much bigger than the program. And
Right.
you go home and eat honey buns and watch TV all day.
Yeah.
You can't want broccoli results but have Krispy Kreme discipline.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? But for that 9 to 5 person who's killing it, I wake up every day,
Right.
put my best foot forward, but you know you're meant for better. You need to go ahead and tap in with Mike, tap in with me. Go get a mentor who can teach you how to go leverage your job
Yes.
to go ahead and get to that next level.
Because really, man, I think the 9 to 5s are in the best position.
100%.
That's our best audience, really,
100%.
because they're getting income. We just got to teach them what to do with the income.
1,000,000%.
It's hard to get somebody who don't have no income to get them to do anything, right?
Ooh, hard. Yeah, hard.
So yeah, shout out to all the 9 to 5s, man. All y'all got to do is just leverage that 9 to 5. I love what you
1,000,000%.
said. Make them your business partner.
100%.
And we're going to teach you how to separate yourself from that business partner in no less than 6 months.
100%. Easy work.
Easy, right?
Easy
6
work.
months.
That's all you need.
That's
6
all you
months
need.
of locking in, of no distractions. Again, it's something different between I was locked in, but I'm gonna go to the club this weekend. No,
Nah,
if you lock
locked
in
in.
6 months, that's all it takes.
I love that you said locked in, bro. Talk to me about a period that you were locked in, and what did you do? What did it look like? What does locked in look like for somebody that's trying to separate grease and water?
You forgetting to eat. You forgetting to eat. You go weeks without a haircut. You know what I'm saying? Like you just so focused on learning. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You in that cave. You in that hole. I call it I'm in the hole.
Right.
Don't talk to me. Why? I'm in the hole. I shut off my phone, put on D&D. Don't talk to me right now. Why? Because I'm in that hole. I'm in that locked in season. And if you don't have that, you know what? I'm going to spend the next 4 to 6 months locked in. Not much is going to change for you.
Yeah, and you're going to lose some people on the way, right?
1,000,000%. 1,000,000%. Like I said, I got 7 brothers and 5 sisters, bro. Half of them don't even talk to me.
Ooh.
Half of them. Why? You changed up. You switched up.
Yeah.
You don't come around. You don't be smoking like that no more. You don't be drinking no more. You don't be hanging out at the club anymore. I know. Thank you. Keep telling me that.
Yes.
Keep telling me that. Why? Because that makes me feel like, you know what? I'm doing different.
Right.
I'm being better. I'm not saying I'm better than the next person, but I know that when I got off work, 'cause I had 9 to 5 too. When I got off work, I wasn't playing the video games. I was locked in on a podcast, on somebody's podcast like this, learning. You know what I'm saying? So yes, in some ways I am better.
Right.
And I have to tell myself, yes, you are doing better things. You're more focused on what I spend my time on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And there's a thing called survivor's remorse, right?
100%.
When you make it so far, man, and I don't know if you ever experienced this, man. When you make it and you look back and you just kind of feel bad.
Yeah.
Have you experienced that?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. There's a lot of people where, again, I've told people, yeah, man, jump on this, you know, and they just didn't really hear me.
Yeah.
And myself, I was like, looking back, like, man, did I say it not in the right way? Was I not convincing enough? But the right people are going to see the right things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you just got to kind of like take it on the chin, like, hey, they weren't meant to, it wasn't their time. So everybody is in seasons, you know, like it wasn't the right season for them, you know?
Right.
So for me, I know none of this information that we're talking about right now is undisclosed information that, oh my God, we just came. No, it's just, we've heard this before, but when we heard it before, we weren't in the right season to be receptive of it.
Yes.
But something happened. I tell people, if you don't have a why that makes you cry, then go find a new why.
Yeah.
Once I found out why that made me cry, then everything, all the stuff that people started saying, debt is not bad debt. You just have to learn how to leverage it. All that type of stuff. I was like, oh, okay, it's starting to click now.
Yes.
So you have to be in the right season to receive what people are trying to give you.
Big time. So what's your why, Dre?
So my why is my family. Like I hustle for the name that's on my back of my jersey, which is my last name, Ruffin. So I have a son. I'm hustling for him.
Right.
I want to make sure that he doesn't see what I saw growing up, where my dad wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? My dad, they call him Rolling Stone. Where he laid his hat was his home, you know?
Yeah.
So I didn't want him to see that. I didn't want him to see me struggling, me not knowing how to get it. You know, me. Oh, are we gonna eat this month, or am I gonna buy you some school clothes? You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't want to have that in front of my son. Also, I'm a mama's boy. I'm just gonna keep it a buck with you. I'm a mama's boy.
Yeah.
So my best thing was when I was able to tell my mom, yeah, you're good on working. You're good on that. You're good. I want you to go inside work and say, yeah, I quit. That was the best feeling ever, where I could tell my mom to go fire her boss.
Yes.
Because now she's her own boss.
Yes.
So that's my why.
Going back to the beginning of the story, man, you saw your mom hustle all your life,
100%.
man. So how was that feeling, man? Like telling your mom, hey, it's over, Mom.
It's over. It was a surreal moment. Like, just looking at her hustling. I remember like creeping in the hallway and hearing her cry. Like, didn't know how we were gonna eat tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like, having that, yeah, baby, we have to go, you know, put some water in the microwave because the water got cut off, the heat got cut off, you know, like having those moments, and now seeing my mom want for nothing. Yeah. Like, want for nothing. Bills paid for, everything's paid for. So it's just a surreal moment. Again, going back to that locking in moment. Yeah. That's what 4 to 6 months of locking in can change everything.
What's some important conversations that you have with your son, so he can grow up to be, you know, better than anybody else? So
I tell him all the time, what you think can actually come true. So again, don't just be out here and there's the devil's in the tongue. So again, if you say, I can't do this, guess what? You can't do this.
Right.
If you say, man, I can do this, I'm gonna get up every day and kill it. Guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna get up every day and kill it. Right. What I tell him is, what is integrity? Doing the right thing when nobody's looking. Right. Am I a leader or a follower? And what's the difference? Yes. You know what I'm saying? Do I think for myself or am I a follower? Yeah. I have these conversations with him daily because, again, I want him to know that he's not a follower. He's a leader. Right. He's a king. Right. You know what I'm saying? I want him to know that money is abundance. When you start saying, man, I can't get no money, it's hard to come around money, guess what? You're going to forever think that money is hard to come around. Yeah. But when you say money is in abundance, guess what? Now you find everything you look at is an opportunity to make money. So that's why I try to tell him every single day, look at every single thing as an opportunity. If you always look at something and say, man, this issue, but if you start saying, you know what, this happened, how can I solve that? Start being a solution thinker instead of a problem thinker. Yes. And besides the software, besides the white glove service, you do offer mentorship as well. Talk to me about your mentorship. 100%. So we actually take people in. It's a 4-month course. Okay. We're actually teaching people not just going credit card stacking, things like that, but we teach you how we can go get a starter file. Funding is not just a one way. You know what I'm saying? There's different situations. So if we need to go get somebody who has a starter file, we can go to some subprime lenders, Upgrade, Upstart, One Financial, Wings. We can go to Flexibility Capital. Those are where we can go get business revenue. Okay. So that's a whole different side of funding. Right. So I teach people how to not just focus on credit card stacking, but also how to go get other types of revenue, business funding. I like that. What's the biggest success story that you had as a mentor to your mentees? So on the funding side, I taught somebody, and they came out of my 4-month program, and they made their first $60,000 in a month. Ooh. Then my highest person made $125,000 in his 5th month. So right after being in the mentorship, he made $125,000 within 3 days. Man, what do you say to somebody who cannot even fathom that type of money? Because some people don't even make that in a year. It's possible. It's real, right? It's real. Like, a lot of people say, man, that's a scam. Yeah. But scam stands for still confused about money. Yes. I also say scam stands for still crashing at mamas. You know what I'm saying? You probably still crashing at mamas. But no, all jokes aside though, like when people say, man, $100,000 in a couple of days, like that's some scamming shit. I get that. I get you because again, I've been there. Yeah. I've been in that thinking. I've been sitting where you're sitting. Yeah. But again, what changed me is getting in different rooms, paying for mentorships where you can actually talk to people who are doing that and on a constant basis. Because those conversations coming for me. Coming. We were having those conversations, and it's so different. Again, now you can't go back to where you're from and have that same conversation with a little broke JoJo down the street because it's gonna go over their head. It's gonna go over their head like luggage. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna get it. Sheesh. Yeah, because I done tried it. I know you done tried it. I done tried it. I didn't. Hey, look what we're doing. Hey, you a scam. Okay. Yeah. So your mentorship program is 4 months. How much is it? So it's $5,500 right now. So it's $5,500, and again, what we're going to give them is 3 months of the software for free. Why? Because and again, that comes with all the training and all that good stuff. Why?
Okay.
I want to make sure that once you get out of the 4 months, you know what's going on. You have the systems, you have the SOPs set in place.
Yes.
So now, actually, one of the weeks that are inside our mentorship is actually delegation on how to train your VA. So we're giving you the SOPs to give your VA, so your VA can do the intake form. Look at the person's credit report. Now your VA just reads the software. Oh, they're ready for funding, boss. Cool. Go get them funding.
Right.
Boss, they need some credit repair. Cool. Go do their credit repair for them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we teach you how to delegate that. So again, that person who's a real estate agent, you don't need I'm about to create another job. No, you're not. Because we teach you how to delegate that.
Okay. And out of that 4 months, how much time are you spending with your students?
So we're doing 3 times a week.
Wow.
3 times a week. So I'm coming on once, and then I'm having 2 of my peers coming on, teaching them different things. So we're going over teaching about social media. Because a lot of people don't know, it's 2026.
Yeah.
If you don't have an online presence, you're going to have a really hard time trying to grow your business.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because again, that's how you make money in your sleep and not on your feet. Because when I can teach you how to go sell a digital product or how you're getting other people funding, now people are buying that digital product in your sleep. You know what I'm saying? When I teach you how to go train your VA, how to go get somebody funding, now your VA is getting somebody funding while you're asleep. Or while you're at a podcast like I am right now, and my phone's buzzing because we just got somebody funding.
Ooh, I love that. I love that. Where do you see yourself in the next 2 years?
So before, if you would have asked me that a couple months ago, if you would have asked me that, I would have been saying like I want to do like 200,000, 300,000 a month. But right now, it's more so of impact over income.
Yeah.
So now it's the money. Once you start making enough money, the money is going to come.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what setting up systems and software and stuff like that. But now it's the people. So now my goal is next 2 years is to hit at least 10,000 people that I've actually helped quit their job and become their own boss.
10,000.
10,000.
Wow. How many people would you say to date that you've impacted?
So we're at 37.
Okay.
3,700 people that's actually quit their job and actually started their own either credit repair company or their own funding company, or they just learned the skills that they need to fix their credit. And now they're also just building their own business.
Wow, bro. How can people get into the mentorship?
So again, all you gotta do is click the link in my bio, go to my Instagram, _Dre the Dimer, _DRETHEDIMER. Tap in with me, go ahead and click the link, schedule a consultation so I can see where you're at. Because again, it might not make sense for you to jump into the mentorship, learn about funding, if you still need to go get your credit fixed. If you don't know how to fix your credit, then you need to go jump in there. So that's where we go do a consultation for free. I'm not charging y'all to see where you're at. And then once we see where you're at, then we can put you where you need to be.
Man, Dre, man, all I can say, bro, within this last, 45 minutes to an hour, bro, the main word to sum this up is value.
What's up?
All you doing is providing value, bro. Like from the credit to the funding to the software to the mentorship to the impacting people. That's just value, bro. Like McDonald's.
Well, like one more, I swear to God.
The value menu. You
I'm trying
got the value menu.
Trying to give it and at an affordable price.
And at affordable price, man.
Give it to them.
Man, we're going to wrap it up, man. Let people know, if you want to say anything to anybody that's watching this, that's maybe doubting themselves, or anybody that's working at 9 to 5, how they can tap into you. I know they can hit the link in the bio, but if you got any encouraging words to anybody watching this, somebody back from Chicago, somebody in Mississippi, anybody, bro, give them some word of advice, man. We'll wrap it up from there.
So word of advice is your environment will dictate how far you go in life. That's my biggest thing. What saved me was traveling. I started traveling when I was cooking, all that type of stuff. That saved me. But what saved me to get to that next level is when I started looking at people who are doing what I want to do, making what I want to make, and I put myself in that room. So again, if you're not happy where you're at, change the environment and see how fast everything starts changing. Because again, you're just not going to have the same results if somebody's talking about how they made $50,000 today. But back at home, we're talking about the shade room, drugs, going to, you know what I'm saying? Like scamming, you know what I'm saying? Like you're not going to have the same outcome. So biggest thing is if you want different, be different. And how can you be different? You got to be around people who are different. So again, environment's the biggest thing. Get inside a community where they're thinking where you need to be. Again, if you want to tap in with me, click the link in my bio. Dre the Dimer, and I'll talk to y'all soon, man.
Hey, man, that's Dre the Dimer, man, a.k.a. McDonald's, a.k.a. the value menu, a.k.a. the one-stop shop. Hey, man, this is another episode on the Building Billions podcast. Y'all make sure to follow my guy. Hit that link in the bio. You don't even have to purchase the software. All you gotta do is just send the link out and provide the value, man. I appreciate you, Dre, man, flying in, bro. I hope we took good care of you here.
100%.
I hope you enjoyed your time. I want you to come back again, bro, because I want to see the impact.
100%.
Next time we come, you at 3,700. We're gonna talk about 37,000.
Let's do it.
Let's do it, bro. Likewise, bro. Salute to you, King, man.
I appreciate it.
Another episode on the Building Billions podcast, man. Y'all go rewind this. Go share this with somebody y'all want to see win, and go share that link, man, because it's free. All right, we out.